ensuring the salvation of their souls and bringing solace to the people in times of hardship, so that they can endure their earthly trials and enter the kingdom of heaven.
But what's all that got to do with Johanka?
Well, I noticed in her first sermon she primarily addressed the concerns of the common folk, and in the second, she criticized the
아이, 너무
nobility.
때려 맞추는 거 아니에요?
So you think she might start talking about the church?
Yes, I'm afraid she might. I dread to think how that might end up. Henry, you must warn her against that. She must show humility before the Inquisitor.
교회 얘기하지 말고 겸손하게 골격하라고?
She's rather stubborn, but perhaps she'll listen to you.
But the Inquisitor said no one's allowed to see her.
No one except the Inquisitor's own men. You'll just have
근데
to
고집
fix
세서 안
something up.
꺾일 것 같은데.
I'm afraid Johanka's fate is mainly in your hands now. I'm relying on you.
도대체 왜 말짱한 길을 두고 1년 이렇게 다니는 거지? 그래, 죽기 싫으면 자기가 알아서 하겠지.
Goodman Pavel, you're still here. That's a relief. I was afraid I'd miss you.
Ah, Henry. What would you like from me?
평판 떨어졌어요. 얘 좀 안 좋게 얘기할지도 모르겠는데.
What on earth do you mean?
You stole half of the money you were supposed to do.
돈 삥땅 친 거 걸렸어.
The Blessed Virgin on whose behalf Johanka spoke.
그래요. 그건 사실 아니에요.
You're accusing me falsely. I donated the money I found. In
그래, 난 저 재산을 걷다가 넘겼다고.
You mean half of the money I put there?
Half?
원래부터 그거밖에
Don't think you
없었어요.
can fool me. When it comes to coin, my memory is flawless. I remember exactly how much was there. 90 score groschen.
Well, then someone must have found it earlier and taken some.
Of course. Someone finds treasure and takes only
아,
half.
안
If you
통하네.
must lie, at least do it right for Christ's sake. Yes, get out. Good luck to you.
잠깐만. 지금 46분. 이단 신문관과의 대화? 그럼 이거 빨리 넘겨갖고 한번 물약 먹고 돌아다녀보자. 이래서 평소에 행실이 중요하다고? 그러니까 인건비를 바로바로 잘 챙겨줬어야지. 궁금하잖아요. 속여 넘겼을 때 어떻게 되나.
Brother Nicodemus,
You've heard
the Inquisitor. What? No. But what?
어차피 남는 게 돈인데 다 주지 그러냐고요? 아니요, 그건 저의 기분상의 문제입니다. 위험수당. 사람들이 일을 공짜로 해주면은 그게 당연한 줄 알아요. 어느 정도 대가를 받아야 된다고. 아이 좀. 그럼 쇼부를 쳐야지. 왜 훔치냐고? 그럼 지가 직접 가서 하든가. 그래, 호의가 계속되면 권리인 줄 안다고. 저는 저의 권리를 알아서 챙긴 것 뿐이에요. 보상 짜다고 다 죽이던 챈터가 있었다고? 일단 갈고. 아까처럼 똑같이 갈고.
Good health.
I said, what? Well, but I need you to... Oh.
I appreciate no, but
Oh. Running.
I think, but farewell.
아니 근데 내가 절반만 기부한 거 어떻게 알았지?
Goodman Pub. What on earth do you mean?
You stole her.
좋다.
You're accusing me falsely. I donated the money I found in the place you described, and it wasn't easy to find either.
You mean half of the money I put there?
Half? What are you saying?
Don't think you can fool me. When
Well, then someone must have found it earlier and...
someone finds treasure and takes only half,
넘어갔어.
very fishy, I'd say.
No, not at all, actually. A lot of footpads think if they leave 1 groschen for every groschen they steal,
주인공
it
입
will
터는 거
absolve
봐.
them of their sin, and they can line their purses with a clean conscience.
Well, there is a certain twisted logic to it. I know some merchants who think just like that. All right, Henry. I admit I jumped to conclusions.
Good.
뭐? 미안하면 다야?
There's something I'd like to
나
ask. The
정신적
Inquisitor
피해
is locked
받았어.
up Johanka. He's accused of heresy. I'd like to ask you to speak to the court in Johanka's defense.
Of course, Henry. You have my word. And the word of a burgher of Colleen ought to mean something. But to speak in defense of someone accused of heresy is no small matter. What do you want me to say?
The same thing you told me. That it was a sacred sign that you happened to be nearby when Johanka was speaking, and so on.
이단은 나라고?
Don't
왜요?
tell the bishop that. You can rest assured.
Thank you very much. Please wait here a few more days for the court to
내가
convene.
숨겨뒀던
then I'll
돈을
send for
넣은
you.
주머니 아니냐고?
Alright. For
아니야.
Johanka's sake, I'll wait. God be with you.
요한카 좀 살려달라고요? 아니요, 저는 신문관의 의견에 따르기로 했습니다. 일단 증언은 다 받아줄 거예요. 근데 어떻게 할지는 난 걔가 알아서 하겠지. 근데 지금 말하는 거 보니까 내가 뭐 증언 없고 그런 것보다 요한카 고집 꺾는 게 제일 중요한 것 같아요. 뭐지? 다 서술집에 모여있나?
Master Bailiff, Inquisitor Yaroslav is going to try Johanka.
I know. He was here asking questions, too.
Oh? What did he want to know?
Various things. Like how things are here, whether people are honest, whether we observe the fest days, and so forth. And then he asked about Johanka. About what she preaches, whether people come to listen to her and that. He's been talking to a lot of other people in Sasaw, too. I even heard that Katra, the swordsmith's wife, invited him to dine with them.
That's interesting. Thanks for telling me. Was he just asking questions, or does he want you to testify before the court?
Yes, he did ask me to testify, and I'm none too happy about it.
I see. And what are you going to say about her?
It depends what I'm asked, but there's not much I can say. I don't know Johanka very well. She seems virtuous and self-sacrificing to me. She's never done anything wrong, and no one here ever had a cross word to say about her. Until recently. Maybe some gossip about her and Sir Sebastian. But I've heard similar talk about half the women folk here.
Johanka has helped a lot of people here, selflessly. Her heart is in the right place.
True. But then there's that preaching of hers. Folk have been falling out. They're split according to whether they believe Johanka or not. I don't know quite what to think of it myself. But I don't want to jump to conclusions. I'll wait and see what the learned bishop has to say.
뇌물. 뇌물은 좀
Thank you for
그렇지.
speaking
정직하게
openly.
해야지. 여기 안에도 누가 있는데? 아, 요한카가 여기 안에 있군요. 돈을 아끼려는 거 아니냐고요? 아니, 어떻게 이런 이런 법적 문제를 뇌물로 줘서 해결할 생각을 하시는 거죠. 이해할 수 없네요.
Father, the Inquisitor has had Johanka thrown in jail.
I know, son.
He's planning
그런
a
사람이
hearing.
기부금을 먹게 하냐고? 내 생명수당이야.
It's about time this whole matter was dealt with.
What do you think about it then?
As I say, it's a good thing that the matter is being investigated. The things Johanka has been preaching are, to say the least, disturbing. Who knows what these dreams are that she speaks of? And her words are only putting ideas in people's heads and leading them astray. Now, instead of going to church, as they should, they go to her in the false belief that they will find
그래,
solace.
교회 입장에서 꼴
It's
보기
creating a
싫겠지.
chasm between the people and the church and leading them away from the true teaching left to us by Christ. They're misguided and swamped in heretical ideas.
저 시절 성직자들은 왜 머리를 저따구로 깎았냐고요? 썰이 여러 개던데? 가시면유관을 모방한 거란 얘기도 있고 하늘에서 머리를 들여다보기 쉽게 하려고도 있대요. 성모님이 말했다는 건 모르겠는데 이단까지는 아니지. 그냥
But Johanka
애가
is no
좀 망상이 심할
She's
뿐이에요.
a good, kind girl who's only trying to do the right thing. I'll defend her.
Suit yourself. But mind you don't get
네,
ensnared
그런
in
약간
her facts
종교적인
and leave
상징인가
it
봐.
to the bishop to judge the matter.
Of course.
Good luck then.
뭐지? 엉덩이에 얼굴이 달렸는데?
Good health to you, Henry. Well, how did it go with that husband of mine?
Well, we sat down and talked, and in the end, I talked him out of playing dice.
Did you?
유대교인 쏙쏙 골라내기 편하라고 모자 쓴다고?
How on earth did you do it?
Look here, I'll tell you what happened, but you mustn't breathe a word of it.
네, 지금 증인들 모으고 있어요.
Ambrose got really drunk. I took his money, and in the morning, I told him he'd lost it all at dice. He took it really hard, and he promised he'd never gamble again.
Uh-huh. Well, if you think he really means it. And what about the money? Did you give it back to him?
Yeah, I gave it back to him so he can buy what he needs.
That's wonderful. Thank you, Henry.
그치, 돈 돌려주긴 했지.
I need your help with something. I'm sure you've heard. Johanka was locked up by the Inquisitor.
Who hasn't? The whole of Sasso is talking about it. And the Inquisitor was asking around about her.
I'd like to ask you to appear before the court and say something in Johanka's defense.
I can't say I'm keen on going there. But Johanka helped me. And you did too. I think it's only right that someone should say something good about her.
Ah, thanks, Guta. I appreciate it. I'll send for you when it's time.
근데 저럴 때 편들어주는 증언을 하려면은 위에 교회가 얼마나 유해해야 될까? 잘못 편들면은 한패거리 취급당할 수도 있잖아요. 아, 요한카한테 들렸다 갈걸.
What was that?
여기가 아니네.
I'm here about Johanka.
You're that fella of hers, are you? What do you want?
No. I'm just a friend of
얘는 요한카 별로 안 좋아하는 것
Matthias
같은데.
is her, fella.
Huh. God knows how many she has.
I heard you invited Bishop Yaroslav to come and dine with you.
Yes, so what? Bishop Yaroslav is an esteemed visitor to Sasaw, and it's only fitting he should be suitably hosted by devout burghers.
What have you got against Johanka?
Nothing. The question is, what has she got against us? Tell me that.
What?
She turns up here and tries to tell us how to live our lives. Says the Virgin Mary whispers to her in the night. Yeah, I'm sure. To a simple village wench. I'd like to know who's really putting those ideas in her head. She's just getting people all worked up. Men, especially. Coming around here with her nonsense. Sasaw is a decent, orderly place, I'll have you know. We don't want any trouble here. All this talk about hellfire and the end of the world. God of mercy. No one is interested in what she has to say. All they want is some spectacle. She ought to have thought twice before she started. Not that she wasn't warned.
엄청 싫어하네.
What do you mean, warned?
As I said, she was told.
Damn it, woman, tell me what you meant by that.
I didn't mean anything by it.
Out with it!
If you must know, some of the fellas want to have it out with her and tell her to stop. No one wants her speeches here. But would she listen? No. The devil possessed her to bring harm to us.
So it was you who sent those men?
All I wanted was to protect the Sasaw folk against her poisonous tongue, and I'll do just that. The Monsignor asked me to testify in court, and I'll tell everything I know there.
And I'll do likewise. Farewell.
얘는 좀 적대적인 애네요. 다른 애들은 그래도 그냥 중립 아니면 호의적이었지. 심부름 센터 이용한 거 아닐까? 아니면은 뭐 도검 관련하니까 이제 뭐 여기 일하는 애들 보낸다거나. 아, 여기 밤에 몰래 들어가야 되려나 봐. 일단 여긴 보류하고.
Today.
Yeah. Yeah.
네, 들어가세요.
Jesus Christ be praised.
I'm looking for some.
Talk to my assistant. He deals.
Fine, thank you.
May the Lord watch over you.
얘가 아닌가 본데? 머리 혐오라고?
I hope I can be of help.
Do you have any quicksilver in stock?
Who's asking?
I'm here on behalf of the master fresco painter. He said you sent him away empty-handed 3 times already.
Then I don't have any.
That sounds almost as if you don't want to sell it to me.
It's not that I don't want to. It's that I can't.
Can't you? In the Sasaw monastery? That seems unlikely. It looks more like you're lining your own pockets to me. I wonder what people would have to say about that.
It's not. I'm not. Oh, shit.
Get to the point.
They came for me at noon. Directly to the office. The overseer was somewhere on his rounds. Some night, it was. Without a crest. Armed. He called himself Sir Jezek, and he had a lackey with him called Rapota. A scruffy fellow with a yellow cape. Always whistling he was. They told me they wanted all the quicksilver we order for the monastery. Of course, I told him that wouldn't be possible.
And then what? Did they threaten you?
Not at first. They tried to bribe me, and when I refused, they started threatening.
How did you hand it over to them?
I take it up the hill behind the monastery here.
안 그래도
There's a
메인
big tree
퀘스트
there
수원
with a small
때문에
chapel
막혔었는데 여기서 찾았네.
Sometimes Rapota is there waiting for me. If not, I leave it there.
What did they threaten you with?
They said they know people in the monastery. That they'd have me thrown out and beaten for stealing.
And you had been stealing? I mean, before then.
You know how it is. I work my fingers to the bone and they pay me a pittance.
So they knew about you?
Yes, they knew my name, everything.
Very well.
God be with you.
Adela, the Inquisitor is going to try Johanka in court.
Oh, Lord. I hope she's acquitted. I was absolutely devastated when they took her away.
I need people to speak in her defense, and I'd like to ask you to do it.
I don't want to go there. Really. I'm afraid of that Inquisitor. But
무서울 만하지.
you helped me, and so did Johanka. It's only right that I should try and help her. But what am I supposed to say there? I'm just a simple village girl. I don't know anything about these things.
That doesn't matter. You just be yourself. It should be enough to talk about all the good Johanka does here, and how she helps others. I'll send for you if you're needed.
All right.
Thanks a lot.
F는 누구지? 아까 말 안 걸었었나? 땡중하냐고요? 아니요, 다른 동네에서 목욕탕 일하던 애.
Witnesses can be... So, I wanted to ask you if you...
I'd be glad to do it. Johanka deserves my help. Such testimonies could carry a lot of weight. You should try and get as many as you can.
I won't get any sleep. I just won't
이제
get any
다 했고 요한카만 설득하면 돼요. 얘는 원래 요한카랑 같이 환자들 돌보던 애니까 친분이 있잖아.
Yeah!
저 신부는 또 요한카가 맞다고 생각하는 것 같아요. 진짜로 계시를 받았다고 생각하는 것 같아.
Yeah! Yeah!
아, 여기에 걸리냐고. 내 말 어디 갔어?
Yeah!
근데 여기 문이 잠겼거든? 뒤로 들어가는 문이 있나? 아니면 그냥 말만 하면 되는 거니까 이렇게. 아, 여긴가 보다. 아닌 것 같은데? 헐, 여긴가 본데?
Hey, no one's allowed to talk to you. Bishop Yaroslav's orders.
I apologize.
Go then. Take care.
기웃거리지 말라고. 설득이 그 입김 하는 걸로는 너무 좀. 요한카요? 이제 요한카만 설득하면 돼요. 그만 설교 같은 거 하지 말고 그냥 조용히 살으라고. 그럼 봐줄지도 몰라. 신념을 가진 게 죄가 되냐고요? 이 시대에는 조심해야지. 그래, 쟤는 너무 맹신이야.